What's going on, YouTube? Today, we are going to talk about how to stay consistent with your workouts. And the theme of this year, I've been talking a lot about maintaining a lean physique, staying consistent in the gym, having positive affirmations, getting through the grind, because we are all going to have to grind it out. Wherever you are in life, you have to grind to get where you want. And especially in fitness, which we're kind of focusing here on the channel, you really need to focus on doing it day after day after day. Making habits, establishing routines. That is going to be what leads to the success. So we're going to talk about how to stay consistent and the different tips that I use, and hopefully they can help you as well on your fitness journey. So, we're going to start off with something you probably didn't think I was going to talk about. You probably thought I was going to say, just do it every day, or make it a habit, or this or that. We will get there. But I think this is the first place to start, and it might be something you didn't expect. So, having a quote to remind you of the path. I have a quote. I have my home gym. I know a lot of people don't like home gyms, but that's what I do. Some people it works. It does work for me. Have a quote to remind you of the path. And what that quote for me is, 1% better every day. And every morning, when I get up, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I tap the piece of paper that says 1% every day. I give it a little punch. I say a quick prayer to the Almighty, and I start my workout for the day. Every single time I work out. Every single time. And why do I do that? The reason I do that is it reminds me every day, maybe I'm not feeling that great. Maybe I'm a little hungover from the night before. Maybe something happened. Things weren't going well. I had a bad day yesterday. I'm tired this morning. I had to get up extra early because I had to do something late or whatever the case is. And then automatically my mindset goes right back to the goal because I went to tap that little tap on the piece of paper that says 1% better every day. All right. Yep. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm doing this for. And I've been doing this since these pictures. If you've been following the channel, you know what I'm going to talk about here. Every single day, from 2019 to 2023 to 2025, that's what tapping that piece of paper, at least partially, there was a lot of other things than just tapping the piece of paper, but that helped me get to where I am today. You need to make sure that you are doing the little things like that. Maybe it's a quote from Michael Jordan. Or somebody else. Maybe it's David Goggins, whoever these guru guys, right? Jocko Willink, all these guys, right? Have a quote to remind you of the path. And I've talked about the 1% better everyday quote on the channel. That was my first video on the channel. If you're interested in that, of course, after this one, make sure to watch that. Have a quote to remind you of the path. Keep you in those guardrails. Going down the bowling alley. Sometimes you hit the gutter. That's all right. It's going to stabilize you right back. It's okay to have the gutters up here. No shame. It's okay. If it keeps you on track, if it gets you the results you want, use the training wheels, use the guardrails. It doesn't matter. Get to where you need to go. It's all about the results, right? Have a path or goal to strive toward. I talk about this a lot in my other videos. I think the number one thing that you need to focus on first is what is your goal? What is the goal? Now, for me, this year in 2025, it's getting bigger legs. I've been neglecting the leg thing a little bit for a while. I do have decent legs, but it's noticeable because of how big my shoulders have gotten, my arms have gotten, my pecs are a little bit smaller, but they're good enough. My legs look really skinny. And I need to work harder on my legs. So I have a new squat rack. I have all that stuff set up, but have a focused area, right? 2 years ago, it was getting a six-pack. I did that. Getting broader shoulders when I started, getting bigger arms. I did that. Have one thing this year that you really focus in on. Like working out all the other areas, yes, but really dial one thing in particular. That's really important. And that's how you're going to have that path or goal to strive toward. And that way it keeps you, when you're going through the rough days, or again, you're reminding yourself of the goal. Goes in with the quote, everything is intertwined here. And that's why the order doesn't really matter here, because everything's interconnected with each other to get you to that goal that you want to get to. Take mirror pictures once a week. Maybe not every day. It's kind of like weighing yourself. You don't want to weigh yourself on the scale every single day because you're going to see day by day the fluctuation. Try and do it once a week. And if you're doing it once a week, it's going to be more stable that way. And preferably in the morning when you wake up, before you eat or drink anything, try to get on the scale, take a picture of yourself before you bloat for the day or whatever happens. Take those pictures and just see where you're at. Now, this is kind of what I went back to earlier. It's simple, but it sometimes needs to be said, is just making working out a habit. And making it a habit for yourself where every morning you get up at a specific time, right? Work starts at 8. I'm going to get up at 6. I'm going to work out for an hour, take a shower. You know my thoughts about breakfast, but if that's what you do what you got to do in the morning, your routine, and then go to work. And I can guarantee you by the time you get there at 8 o'clock, you are going to feel better than 90% of the people working because they're going to be either hungover, trying to get their Dunkin' coffee. Maybe they were 5 minutes late to work because they were getting their Dunkin' or Starbucks coffee just to wake them up because they woke up 10 minutes before 8 and they ran over to work. They were running late because Starbucks has a line because everybody else is doing that too, where they're going to work and late and getting up late and tired and whatever. You're not going to be that way because you've already been up for, if you get up at 5, you've already been up for 3 hours. So you're already awake, you worked out, your blood flow's going, right? Everything's feeling good, and you're going into the day on a good note. That is I love working out in the morning. I used to be in the beginning, I used to be the guy, the midnight crawler working out at night, after work. And that works for some people. Some people do both. Props to you. But you really need to focus on getting a routine, whether it's after dinner you work out or before breakfast you work out, before work, right? Whatever your routine is, establish it and do it every single day for 2 months. 2 months. By the time we get to March, we should all be there, right? February, March, the rest of January, you got 2 months. Get that done, right? It's very, very doable. And guys, this one is another one you probably didn't expect me to say. Do workouts you enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy doing the workouts at least a little bit, it is so much more difficult to get to the gym every day, especially for my beginners, to get in there. If this is the thing that gets your toe in the water to start working out, so be it. If it means you're just lifting your legs up on the side of a stair or doing pull-ups or doing push-ups or doing crunches, whatever your favorite thing is, just do something to start that habit and get you going, right? Or maybe it's a morning you really don't want to work out. And normally I'm the person that says, listen, do it anyway. I still say do it anyway, but maybe do a workout that you like or do it for a shorter amount of time just so you don't burn yourself out, but still get in the habit, still go down there. If you get up at 6, you work out at 6:15, you still do that even when you don't want to. And maybe instead of working out till 7, you work out for a half hour till 6:45. Whatever you got to do, whatever the intangibles are, just get that established routine and stick to it and do it over and over and over and over and over again. And naturally, you're not going to need your alarm to wake you up because you're going to be naturally getting up at that time anyway. You do it year after year after year, day after day, you're going to get used to it. And preferably around 2 months. They say in 30 days, you should be able to establish a routine. I think it's a little bit more than that. I'm going to go with the safe side, going with like probably closer to 40 to 50 days, about 2 months. So we're going to recap some of these things. Have a quote to remind you of the path. A short quote, something small, 1% better every day is mine. What is yours? Let me know in the comments down below. What is your quote that you are going to have? Have a path or a goal to strive toward. Take progress, those mirror pictures. Make working out a habit and do it every single day for 2 months. And doing workouts you enjoy. And maybe that means playing basketball or football or hockey or training. Whatever it is, just get in the habit of doing it every day at a specific time, and you will start to see results maybe quicker than you actually thought. If you want results, you want to see a change in your life, this is what I looked like last year. And I haven't taken any pictures yet. It's early in 2025. I've been having problems with my cameras, but you can turn into this. I went from on the left to on the right by just putting in the work. It is possible. I can do it, and I sure as shit know that you can do it as well. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. Stay focused. You know what you got to do. just continue to do the work. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.